Good morning, Lakeland. Welcome to Hello Hawks. My name is Courtney, and I'm Cece, and today is National Get Over It Day. Just because the planning for prom has begun doesn't mean you can't still join the planning committee. If you're interested, talk to Miss Foxloff in room 2.
Plan ahead. Don't forget to set your clocks forward on Sunday.
Here's Elijah with some information on tennis.
Good morning, Lakeland. The tennis team needs your help. Compared to other sports, tennis kind of takes a back burner, so we need your guys' help with shoveling off the courts, otherwise we cannot practice. So if you're bored this weekend and have nothing to do, we would greatly appreciate it if you could come out either today after school or on the weekends with a snow shovel or a snow plow to help us shovel off the courts. If you would do that, we would greatly appreciate it. Have a great rest of your day, Lakeland.
Today's lunch is tangerine chicken.
Lakeland High School, along with the rest of America, is becoming a melting pot of all people. Here's Trey with more.
For as long time, people have assumed superiority over others, whether it be man or woman, straight over the LGBTQ community, or one race over another. There's always been a lack of equality. Some people now speak of their concerns.
As a mixed African American, I think racism still exists everywhere, but it's definitely not on a mass scale like it used to be. No one's getting hung or anything like that, but the derogatory term is still used. And at the school in particular, it's not a big problem, but imperfect.
Okay, being a part of the LGBT community is pretty interesting because, I feel super welcome by some people, but a lot of people don't really tend to understand, and because of those people who don't really understand, a lot of people don't really want to be out. They try to just lay low about it, and because of that lack of understanding, we LGBT people tend to stick around other LGBT people just to avoid any violence that might occur.
It seems as though the reason for all this animosity, anger, and hatred is the titles we carry. The title of minority, the title of gay, the title of life skills. We act and are treated as if our titles define us. The title of gay, the title of feminist, the title of minority. If we take a closer look, we realize that all we carry is the same title, human.
Anger and hatred are the result of arrogance and selfishness. In the past, this events like the KKK, slavery, and the Trail of Tears, things like that. Nowadays, it's segregation, cyberbullying, different methods of the same thing.
So, is racism prevalent in Lakeland? Well, I feel like in some places yes, in some places no. I feel like it depends on what group you associate yourself with, but I feel like that even if in some places think it's even slightly relevant, it needs to be handled in some way.
So I've been asked about how my students are treated at Lakeland High School. One of the things that I've always admired about Lakeland High School and the general student population is that my students are not really treated differently than anybody else in the school. They're involved in regular ed classes with the other students, always students that are willing to help kids out, work with them. Every year I have 1 or 2 students that ask if they can be TAs in my classroom so that they can work with my students. So I really don't see them being treated any different than any other student at Lakeland High School. And I think that's what makes Lakeland a great place to work.
Sometimes racism is associated with the past, but I believe it is still prevalent in today's society. With police brutality and the Black Lives Matter initiative and the Me Too movement, all this difference to fight difference almost seems contradictory. But then I realized we only see and listen to difference. This fear that people are living in is because of difference. Why can't we see similarities?
All right. Saturday, we have varsity and JV boys baseball away at 8:30. The game is at 12 for both. The baseball C team boys is also at noon, to be determined when they leave. Saturday softball varsity girls and JV away at 8:30 as well, and the games are St. Luke.
I'm Courtney reminding you that you matter and are irreplaceable.
Happy birthday, Courtney.
And this is Cece signing out live for Hellhawks. Stay tuned for Twin Peaks.
Hello? It's Sarah. Listen, I just went to wake up Laura and she's not there. Is she with Bobby? Well, she could be. Bobby goes running at 5 every morning and then goes to football practice. Can you find out? Can you reach him? I'll call the school. Well, here, let me give you the phone number of the field office. I'm wondering if she went out with Leland. He had an early meeting this morning. Oh, I'm sure that's it. Either that or she's with Bobby. Sure. I'll call the school. Okay, thanks. Bye.
Nah, Bobby hasn't showed up for practice today yet. And come to think of it, as a matter of fact, he hasn't showed up, he showed up late all last week. And last week. You know, maybe think about it, maybe he was late too. Was it last week too? Maybe it was the week before.